Put on the set, maybe. Oh, light change. Watch out. I think we're gonna take to this bad boy. Greetings, fellow Earthlings. My name is Amber, and today we are going to be talking all about intermittent fasting, and more specifically, how to properly break your fast based on your goals. If you're considering intermittent fasting or have ever talked to someone about intermittent fasting, you've probably heard that intermittent fasting makes you bloated, it makes you gain weight, and a whole host of other things that people will say to try to scare you away from the lifestyle change. Intermittent fasting is an amazing tool that, if done properly, can actually aid in fat loss and lean muscle gain. Bloat, weight gain, and fat storage are very real consequences of intermittent fasting done improperly. There are so many ways for you to go wrong while intermittent fasting, and a few of those can be binge eating while you're in your eating window, increasing artificial levels of cortisol to try to curb hunger, so coffee, pre-workouts, things of that nature. And the one major point that I want to talk about today is how to properly break your fast, because most people break their fasts improperly. So fasting is generally used to do one of two things. It's used to cut fat or promote lean muscle gain. The goal of your fast will actually dictate how you should go about breaking it. So whether you're looking to cut fat or build lean muscle, everyone can agree that the mucosal layer in your stomach and also in your intestines is very, very sensitive while you're in a state of fasting. This is why most people drink bone broth or bulletproof coffee before they quote-unquote break their fast. Those two things do break your fast, but we're just not going to talk about that. I have feelings about that for another time. Little side note for those of you who might be new here, my name is Amber. I'm a fitness nutrition specialist, and I also own a programming company called Elite AF Programming. If you guys need help with personalized macros, meal plans, or personalized workout plans, check out the link down below in the description. So to break this down scientifically just a little bit further, when your body is in a state of fasting, it's very, very insulin sensitive. This means that any intake of carbs will spike an insulin response, it'll spike your blood glucose levels, and it'll essentially turn off your fat burning mechanism, or the state of ketosis. Here's where things get tricky. That spike isn't necessarily a bad thing when it's controlled, depending on your goals. So now diving in, we're going to be talking about how to properly break your fast if fat loss is your main goal. So if you want to remain in a state of ketosis, little side note, this is not me promoting the ketogenic diet. Please do not get that confused. So if fat loss is your main goal, you want to keep your body in a state of ketosis for as long as possible, which is your fat burning state, which means that you'll have a very low blood glucose level and you'll be very insulin sensitive. Breaking your fast with something high in protein and high in fat with absolutely no carbs or sugars is essential to keep your body in this fat burning state. Eating enough healthy fat and protein can actually spike your insulin level to an extent to allow your body to absorb some of the protein that you're intaking. This will also allow your body to pull from fat stores for energy. Note that I said some. Protein absorption will not be optimized without a spike in your blood sugar, and that is okay if your goal is fat loss. Now, if your goal is muscle gain, on the other hand, you want to have that spike. Creating an insulin response using carbs to encourage and optimize your absorption of other foods you eat is essential if this is your goal with fasting. So breaking your fast with something that is high glycemic and high in protein is very, very, very important. So this could be something like a green juice in a protein shake or a rice cake in a protein shake. As long as the carbs that you're intaking are high glycemic, it will allow that protein to have a quick absorption directly to the muscles. Whatever side of the argument that you're on, whatever your goals are, whatever the case may be, both sides can agree that it's very, very, very important that you do not break your fast with carbs and fat. Remember, fasting is when your body is in a state of insulin sensitivity. Carbs essentially open the doorway to your body's storing mechanisms, which means if you're intaking carbs and fat, carbs open the door, fat just gets stored. So anyway, the main takeaways of this video are, if you are looking for fat loss, make sure that you break your fast with something that's high in fat and also high in protein, absolutely no carbs. If you're looking for lean muscle gain, eat high glycemic carbs and something that's high in protein. Do not mix fat and carbs or fat and sugar or whatever the case may be. Also try not to binge eat during your eating window, but that's a video for another time. If you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, if you have any other suggestions, anything nutrition-wise that you want to learn about, leave it down below in the comments. I also post a lot of nutrition-based stuff on my Instagram, so if you guys are interested in learning some more tips and tricks, my Instagram handle is down below in the description, and it's also up here on the screen. So I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys next time.